This is Wemmer Pan, a lake and recreational area in Johannesburg that forms part of Pioneers Park. This park has been open to families and sports fanatics for almost a century. It's owned by the city of Johannesburg and hosts rowing sports clubs, including that of prestigious schools like King Edward VII and Parktown Boys High. During the 1970s and 1980s, Wemmer Pan was a rowing hub, with most schools and all the best senior oarsmen training there. Due to water pollution and high levels of E. coli found in the water, all recreational events have had to be placed on hold.
So this is what we call a trash trap. It's a floating enclosure to capture all of the muck that comes down and into the pan. And if this wasn't in place, then all of this would just float out into the pan and end up on the bank or sinking down onto the bottom. We empty this out weekly or every 2 weeks during the summer, and if there's very heavy rains, then the volume of rubbish that comes down here is too much and it flows over the side and into the pan. So the black that you see is the interaction between the acid mine drainage and the other metals in the water and organic material, and the pan is full of organic material. So that is a reaction that produces the smell, and the scum on top is additional stuff that has found its way into the stormwater system.
The Wemmer Pan was named in memory of a miner from the 1920s gold mining industry, of which it is the center. Although the mines closed a long time ago, acid mine water is bubbling into the dam, while stormwater and pollution are now threatening its future.
We've had repeat episodes in the summer after the rain. And there's an accumulation of metals and industrial effluent into the pan, to the extent that we have had fish kill-offs, and our population of fish is no longer, and our bird life is going. The coots are gone, the herons are gone, and the water is dead. The water is dead. That affects its utility as recreation water, and we have schools rowing here, open clubs, canoe clubs. They have not been able to train on account of the water quality this season. Working with the catchment manager from the city of Joburg, we now understand that there is a large inflow, constant, after the rains, of acid mine drainage. And that, combined with leaks of industrial effluent and sewage after the sewer was deliberately blocked in December, combined to turn the water the black color that you see and to produce the hydrogen sulfide smells that are so unpleasant. There are risks for health in the water, given the high levels of metals, and certainly in terms of the E. coli. We have had a couple of incidences of rashes which may be attributable to rowing on the water. So the water is not safe to use, and we have cancelled our regatta calendar for the rest of this season.
Eyewitness News visited the South African Human Rights Commission's offices in Braamfontein, where Gauteng manager Buang Jones viewed the photos and videos of the state of the Wemmer Pan. The South African Human Rights Commission has conducted a number of investigations in the last few years into the country's concerning state of water pollution, which affects the Vaal Dam, Hartbeespoort Dam and Ridderplaat Dam.
It does implicate a number of rights, and Section 24 in particular, the right to clean environment. I can imagine how devastating this has been to the community. This looks like something that could potentially pose serious health risks to those who use the river for sports activities, and for those who use the river for other reasons. There are people who use it for spiritual reasons. It looks like an environmental catastrophe, which requires the urgent attention of the city of Johannesburg, the Department of Water and Sanitation, and the Department of Environment, Forestry and Fisheries.
Water pollution at the Wimapan Dam in Pretoria is leaving officials scrambling to fix the Zeekoegat wastewater treatment works to avoid a red-faced moment as the World Rowing Masters Regatta is supposed to take place there next year. Kobus Fell is from National Water Monitor, a non-profit organization. He stays on the riverbanks of the Wimapan Dam.
When you've got visitors visiting the dam and you've got the sewage sludge pond in front of you, they are not tend to visit that. It's a bit appalling to pay to have a look at the sewage pond. That's the one thing. Secondly, the methane gas being released by the decaying sludge has got a very negative effect on the plant life and the aquatic life of the dam. So in the long term, it will be very detrimental to everybody. And then as this dam is a source of potable water, eventually the people will be drinking this water.
The city of Johannesburg on Thursday acknowledged that the water crisis at Wemmer Pan is urgent and told Eyewitness News they escalated the problem to the Water and Sanitation Department. Last week, officials from the city of Tshwane met with organizers of the World Rowing Masters Regatta at Wimapan Dam to find ways to treat the water.